Hey, Coach Allen. With the team's last couple of results going in the team's favor, how do you continue to push while keeping the team focused?
Yeah, I think it's every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. Over the last 6 games, we've yet to concede in the run of play. The worst thing we can do is get complacent. We have to be hungrier than ever. We're still out of playoff position. Yes, we're tied with that eighth spot, but we got to continue to get better, and that includes the defensive component, and then from there, adding a little bit more going forward.
How important has the defensive performances been to the team's recent success?
Yeah, I think it's a collective effort. It's easy to pinpoint, say, the guys in the back or the goalkeeper, but for me, off the ball actions, especially from a defensive standpoint, is a total team commitment. Great example is Jorge last game winning 10 duels, and it led both teams in 1v1 defensive duels, and he's a number 10. So that says a lot about the work rate and the commitment from the guys from the front all the way to the back, and everybody's truly bought in to those behaviors and actions, and we're bearing the fruit that comes along with it.
Yes. And with having to go on the road so many games back to back to back, how do you feel the team's been able to handle it mentally
Mm-hmm.
and then also physically with the traveling days and then having the game so quick after traveling?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's 3 games consecutively on the road. So far, perfect record. That's good because earlier on the season that wasn't the case. But we're going into a very hostile environment in Phoenix, and on paper, it's one of the best teams in my opinion. I'm sure they would like to be in a different part of the standings as well. They definitely have the player personnel to be upwards towards the top. So we're mindful of that. We've prepared like we've prepared every single game. Relentless in our effort and our focus, and that doesn't change for this match away to Phoenix.
And then finally for me, since coming back, Lucho has been a big boost to the team's performances up top, as well as starting the defensive acts. How do you feel his leadership role stepping in when he's coming back has helped the team?
Yeah, he's a great player, great person. Everybody knows that piece. It would have been nice to have Lucho available for the whole season, but as the saying goes, better late than never. Big players step up in big moments, and that's what Lucho's done, having back-to-back super important goals for us to put us in this position to compete for playoff position. And he's grown into a great leader. When we had both our captains out with Mitchell and Kevin out, Aguadallo and Lucho shared the captaincy. So it just says a lot who he is as a person, his character, and his on-field and off-field leadership.
And going against Phoenix, what will your strategy be against Phoenix, and what do they do so well that you're going to have to counteract?
Yeah. First and foremost, player for player, they've got a lot of talent, and even when they make changes, they've probably got 20 guys as starting caliber players, which is difficult. They don't reduce the level of quality when they do make subs out of that to start the game or players entering the game. They do with the new coach that's in. I know he was assistant. Pulled up as the head coach. They do invert their left-sided left back out of this 4-3-3, defending 4-1-4-1, but when they attack, it looks like a 3-box-3. They have very good wide wingers or wide strikers that will say sideline to sideline, looking to get in behind. So we know they're dangerous, but there's some spaces that we're looking to exploit based on some of the tactical nuances that he has his guys going through. But it's going to be a great game. It's two teams that want to improve their positioning on the standings. It's late in the season, so it's going to be like a playoff type game.
And when you say exploit some wide spaces, you mean offensively when you go on the attack, exploit?
When you invert a left back, actually a left back, if they play him, played for us, so we know his qualities and what he can do with and without the ball. But in transition moments, there's areas of the field that we look to exploit. That's one of a few different things that we're going to look to do, ball side and weak side of the ball.
You mentioned you got a left halfback that is on that team that played for y'all?
Yeah, Emil Coelho.
Okay.
Yeah, he played for us as a box-to-box midfielder, and since the new coach got elevated position, has been playing him as a left back.
And then we talked about Luis Lucho, how what factor he's been with for your team. And how about Richard Sanchez, who's had 2 straight shutouts?
Yeah.
What has he brought to the team, and what is he doing so well that no one has scored a goal in him the last 2 matches?
Yeah, again, from the goal standpoint, it's collective effort. He's played his part fantastically, but that is total team effort there. And same thing when you concede, it's the keeper's fault.
Right.
There's usually a breakdown somewhere on the field, and that leads to that final action. But we're really unfortunate that 2 of our keepers went down with concussions,
Right.
but fortunate we got 3 starting level keepers, 3 top keepers. He's come in. He's a presence. He's dominant in the air. Teams, especially now that we've chosen to sit back a little bit more, a little bit deeper, are lofting in balls into our box, and he's dominant coming out. He's also a leader, and he's got a great voice back there, which helps organize things as well. So, all in all, very pleased with the signing of Richard.